So yeah. So next, let's see. Okay, next question. In addition to an option using inbuilt sprite in inbuilt sprite library in Scratch, what are the other ways to use?
In Scratch, what are the other ways to use? In the sprite, we can create a custom sprite. We can use the camera to take pictures. We can upload the images from our computer. This is either of the ways you can do that. I think so.
Yes. So you can do all of them. So it's the correct answer is all of the above. And we can do actually just to have a see that how things work. Just 1 minute. Okay. Let's see, do some fun with sprite. Okay. So yeah. So we can choose a backdrop. This is a backdrop. And so there is lots of sprite is here, and we can always choose also. Paint a sprite. So we can paint a sprite. How do I paint? Oh. So let's see. So I'm a biologist, so I'll just make a very bad bacteria. E. coli maybe, this is a nuclei. Is one of the sprite, and just delete this one. Oops. Can I group them? Yeah, group. Okay, so this is my sprite. This is a bacteria. So E. coli. Doesn't look like, let's don't mind. And we can upload sprite, of course. We can have some image. I don't know what image I will have here. Let's see. Yeah, we have a cat image here. Oh, good. So we have a cat image here. This can be, and we can change our cat to do different things. So this we can also upload the sprite. And what was the other option? And and take pictures, can use camera. So there it's not I'm doing from my PC, so I don't have attached camera. So yeah, with all of them we can do. Okay. Dash Scratch constructs are used to keep doing a set of the instructions infinitely. Anyway, I have explained this. This should be forever. Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, forever. There is no option called never or forever, so I'm not able to say. Yeah. Okay, so forever is the correct answer. Which of the following commands would make
First one.
the move? No, just backward. It has asked for backward.
Oh, second.
Second one, yes.
Second
Move
one.
minus 10 steps. So we can just show it here also. If I okay, I'll just delete the scratched this one and this one. Continue with the beer. Yeah. So I'll just move. So let's go for the 0, 0 first XY. Yeah. Okay. So the direction will be 0. Yeah, it's fine. And so this is a beer, and if I ask the beer to move minus, okay, 10 will be a little not visible properly. So let's move some 100 steps so that it's visible properly. And if I just do it, just move backward, right? Yeah. So it will be minus 100 steps. And next is the predict the output of the following. Set num to 100, repeat 10, and change the num by -2. Okay, so I am setting my variable num to 100. Then I am changing it by -2 and repeating is -10. Sorry, repeating is 10 times. So that means I have to do less like 10 into -10 into -2 basically, right? So this will go. I'll just insert text box. So 10 into 10 times I am changing. So 10 into -2.
It should be -20.
Will
but,
be -20. Correct. And
yeah, 100.
So 100. So I'm first setting the num to 100 and 100 minus 20, right?
It should be 80, but
Yeah, tell me.
it should be 80, but there is no option.
No. Yeah, 10 minus 80, right? No, it's not 100. I'm 20. Sorry, I'm doing anything wrong. Set the num to 100, repeat 10 times, change the num by -2. 0, 100, 20. So the option, yeah, okay. So there is no option. There is none of the option.
None of the above.
Yeah. So 10 minus 100 is equal to 80.
Sorry,
So the correct
20,
option will be, oops. So it will be
none of the
above. Yeah. And correct. And we can also check the code also. This is very, it's very intuitive, but still. So I'll set my just BR moving variable only. I'll just do with BR moving once. My variables BR moving. So set my BR moving variables variable to 100. Change my BR moving with -20. Excuse me. And repeat it 10 times. Or -2, sorry, so it was -2. So repeat is 10 times. And at the end, I will say, okay, say BR moving. Say BR moving. Let's say what it goes to. So it's 80. So the correct option is. So say some similar is kind of print in the code, which will next week. Maybe if you have gone through the week 2 part, you may have already seen. So say is kind of similar to print here. Please turn off the sounds. Okay, and this was the last Pokemon. Sorry. Which of the following is a facility provided by Scratch to use sound effects? A sound library is provided. Sound can be recorded using microphone. We can use a sound profile. None of the above, all of the above.
All of the
Above except for, yes, we can do. So, sound please. G1, please. I'm muted. Okay. Next is okay. So this part is more or less done. Okay. So this was basic thing. Was today will be a short class because it was a basic class. It was just to do about things about Scratch. And so we'll do some more things with Scratch only. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So what can we do? Okay. Let's say, okay, I'll just say take some other sprite.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the answer was all of the above except 4.
Yes. All of the above except 4.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's go take some other things. So let's take a fish. Fish on this time. Okay, so let's do a thing. So fish wants to catch on one prey. Okay, so we want to animate that. So there is a maybe some worm will be there. Okay, there is a crab here. So the fish wants to eat the crab, and we'll animate here. So the fish, so it's underwater. You can select some backdrop also. Is there any backdrop? Big watery backdrop. It's underwater. Very nice. So there is a crab here. Say small crab, okay. And a little bigger maybe. Is a fish. So fish is crab is there. So I want to make a kind of a animation that a fish sees the crab and crab also sees the fish. It tries to run here, but it cannot. It tries to say run here. It cannot, and it tries to catch the it runs here, and finally it got caught. Okay. So let's see. So first the fish has to see the crab. Okay. So for seeing, this fish has to move. Let's see if the fish can move. Okay, like that I have to select. Okay. So first the fish has to turn for 15 degrees. Correct? Then the fish turn for 15 degrees and it has to 15, maybe 15 or say 20 degrees. Okay. Then it has to move. Okay. Till it kind of reaches the crab. Okay. Now, so I don't know how to say location here, but anyway, so I'll try to just go to the crab. So first let's do this. And let's repeat it 10 times and see what happens. Okay. So let's see. It's going towards. So little bit of maybe 20, instead of 20, 30 degree of move. Yes, it's going towards the crab. Okay, it's going towards the crab. Oh, a little bit like 45. Okay. And now it's going. So we have to make something that some way you have to say that if you reach the crab, then you stop. Okay. So only thing is to how to do is to go for XY. I don't think you can do this together, but let's just go like that only. So crab is here and the fish is here. Let's make the fish again. And say repeat it instead of repeat is 20 times. Let's go see. It's going to the crab. Good. Again go. It's going down. So I cannot repeat it in 45 degrees. You know, these things are easy to do in the course. Just doing fun. And so yeah, I mean that's how you should do. So if you have any ideas you suggest that we can do here, like I was just trying to do something fun. That's all. You guys tell me if you have anything like to do, like fun things. going everywhere. Yeah. I don't know if you want to ask like anything, like any small things. So what is there in the next? Because today's class is so preliminary class. Okay, let's have a talk. Okay, first of let's have some chat with you guys only first. Little bit of. So can you just tell me your like? Okay, first I'll introduce myself because I have not done, I think. So I'm Shobik and I'll be one of the TAs in this session, and I am not from a. So whoever is from a programming, not programming background, and try to learn programming, so I can be one of the example. So I had zero knowledge about any programming language, any, not about the school, not even in the school, like zero knowledge about any programming language till 2020. Okay. So in 2020, during the lockdown, I wanted to learn. So during lockdown, there was I was an experimental biologist. First of all, yeah. So I did my bachelor's in biological science from Presidency University, Kolkata, and then I joined as a master's PhD program in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, IISc Bangalore. You can see the in the backdrop here. And this is me, of course, sitting in the hostel, roof. Okay, and this is behind the green campus of our. So this is the main building we all know about. So yeah, I started as like a experimental biologist with zero knowledge of programming. I don't know how bioinformatics works, how a code to be run, with no knowledge about Python. So during this COVID period, I thought I should learn some programming language because experimental biologists we all had to come back home, right? So I don't have any work to do. So during that time, I started learning Python, and within 2 months, I could write codes that actually has some how do I say, some implications in my research projects. And it was, I won't say this was very easy at the first go, but if you just, so you all have know about that activation energy curve, right? Maybe many of you will know that if you just cross the hill, then it is easy. So it happened like this. So first few days it was a little difficult. I followed some YouTube channels, Dhaval Patel's YouTube channels, Code Basics. And there I learned the basics of Python. Then I tried to apply things on bioinformatics in my research projects. And at first I also faced some problem because there was no tutorial on those things. I had to search GitHubs and those and Stack Exchange. So yeah, but you can learn Python at least in a very honestly in 2 months at least. By then you won't be able to learn everything of Python. No one is able to learn. So we'll learn the basics and then we'll go to learn whatever is needed for your work purpose. So I am a bioinformatics, so I want to do a biology thing. So I don't know to go too much about some data science things, hardcore data science things, but I learned whatever I learned, like whatever I needed for my bioinformatics parts, some some alignment tools and some of the data tools, NumPy, little bit of pandas and those. So you can always learn Python and any other language if you whatever you need. And if you learn one language properly, which can be Python, which can be C++, which can be Java, anything. The basics are at the basics level, everything is same. So you have to just, the language is different. It's like if you are saying something in Hindi or something in English, the writing is a little different, but the meaning is the same. If you are writing a for loop in Java or a for loop in Python, the meaning, whatever it will execute, it is same, but the language is different. So if you learn one language, you can always go back and at least basic, you can understand the basics of other language if you are see a code. So if I have never learned R, for example, R is another well-known language. But when I have gone and seen the codes in R, I may not be able to exactly say that, okay, this part of code actually is written like this, but I can say that, okay, this part of code is doing this. So this part of code is running some loop, or this part of code is retrieving some data or making some array, right? So it's not difficult to learn coding at all. So what, in fact, in the search is that anyone can do coding. Believe me, anyone can do coding if you just follow up for some times. For some beginners, even with me, it happened. For first 2 weeks, it was a little difficult, but if you just can have the interest, you will learn. Okay. And from the, I'm telling from a background who have a zero knowledge about any coding, any. And yeah, so next I want to know, like, what are your background from? Like, you are from schools or college or university levels. So any of, like, just if you can say, okay, how, okay, you just raise that. So how many are you are from, like, school standards, like 10th standards, 12th standard? Can you raise hands, raise your hands? Okay, sure. Okay. Shaurabh Kushwa, you are from, so you are from which, okay, can you unmute yourself and say, oh, like, which class you are from? Or like you can say in the chat.
Sir, I recently finished my 12th this year.
Okay. Okay, good. So you are now planning to go for any like engineering course or some degree course?
Sir, maybe computer science.
I see, I see. Okay, very nice. Okay. Okay, you can uh, down your hand. Okay. Okay, then who are from like college levels or like doing college, doing engineering, or okay, let's see. Who are from engineering, doing engineerings? Just raise your hands. Many of the people will be there. I see. Yeah. Many people will be there from engineering background. So I hope both all of you have some. I see. Okay, around 14 people. Oh, yeah, there will be most of the people will be from. I expect that. And okay, you can put down your hand. Okay, and which people are doing them like degree, like physics, chemistry, or biology, or maths in some degree? Will Fernandez, some people are there. Nice. Okay, so we have a mix of, and any are BTech CSE, and any of people who are this like me, who are doing like PhDs in something, PhD, or planning to do, preparing for some PhD degree. I just want to know what the class consists of. Anyone for doing PhD degree? Tanvi? There are a few people. Good. PSC in computer science. Wow. Final year. Okay. Yeah, so these are the heterogeneous class, I think, and some computer science, for computer science people, some things may be very basics. Okay. Okay, good. And okay, all of you can put, okay, you are all hands. And finally, any people are doing any like biological science course, like any biology, biotech, or BTech, BSc in first year BSc in computer science, biological science, Amisha. Any other thing, biotech or biological science? Anyone? Only Amisha? Okay. Manoj Kumar, BSc in CS. Final year BS, first year, your first year BSc in CS, first year BSc in CS. Okay, nice. We have lots of things. Okay. So, okay, so today, since we have some time, let's open the spider, the anaconda spider, whatever. And so how many of you have just at least seen the, okay, how many of you have just even seen the spider, we like started the week 2 tutorials and seen spider, at least how to open spider, or installed a spider and have seen some things? If anyone of like the week 2, basically whatever there is week 2, can just go through, because we have some time today. I can go through some small things in spider. A few people have gone. Okay. Yeah. So so anaconda or spider is whatever we say. So anaconda is like a comprehensive coding tool. Like if you go, and this is one. It's the data science, but it have lots of things. So if I just go to, I have already downloaded it. So you can just go for a free download here and download for whatever. If you have Ubuntu or Windows or Apple, whatever users you have. And so I have already downloaded. So if you just go to the Anaconda Navigator instead of Spider, just only, we'll see that there are lots of different things also are there. Yeah. So this is the Anaconda, basically the navigator, and you have Visual Studio, which people use to basically development people use, and they also use it for different writing bash code, C++, many things people use. Okay. We also use lots of time Jupyter Notebook. So it's again an interactive, it's also Python, and it's very interactive also. Okay. I'll also show this how the Jupyter also, and the spider. I think most of the classes will be using the spider, and there will be oracles also something, because these are other things that people don't use. Another, so this is the R Studio is also comes from here, along with the Anaconda, and PyCharm is also another IDE, which also similar to Spider. Many people use PyCharm, many people use Spider. It's like whatever people prefer for their work or need for their work. And Jupyter also people use. R is a separate language itself, and yeah, so we have to first install R and do R Studio. So let's launch the Spider from here and show a little bit of spiders, how it works. Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of a code I have written, and this is, as you know, this is the console, and this is the like part I will write the code, the text editor part itself. And here you will do the console, right? And here you can get if you generate some plot and all, you can get here. So you can write some, like, for example, in console, we can, for the time being, I can show you the console itself, and I hope you can see the uh, console if I'm writing something, right? Yes, class. This is the first class, Rida Jakati. This is the first class, and all the lectures is being recorded and will be available in YouTube. You can see there in your course page, you will see that there is an option. I forgot. I'll just tell you the option. I forgot the option exactly. You can say it here. Okay. Anyway, so I hope you can see this. I just put it here. So let's say, so I can make some variables. For example, my name is one of the variable. my name. So I'll just say my name is Shobik. And I say that, okay, print my name. And you know that there will be different variables, right? So whatever different kinds of variables. So there will be strings, correct? There will be strings. Can be list. There can be numbers. There can be there can be dictionaries. Sorry, I'm saying, oh, sorry, I'm talking about variables, not so there can be different types of strings, numbers. What else is there? Yeah, different types of variables. So strings. So for example, if a variable is string, you should always write it with in double quotes, right? So if I just write, say, my name is this, it will give me some error, because now if you are not writing anything under inverted comma and it's not defined, that means this will be treated as a variable basically. So so now Shobik is a type of variable. So Shobik is not defined. So that's why I'm giving that comment. The name Shobik is not defined, correct? So, but if I just put it in the inverted comma, you will see that it's a string. And interestingly, so if I say, you can also see number is equal to 1. If you, though there are some commands like inbuilt commands like type. So it will give you the type of the variable. So if I now say type number, it will say it's an integer. Okay. If I say type, now if I just do instead of number equal to 1, number equal to 1, but put in inverted, put in under a quote, single quote or double quote. And then again I do type number, it will become a str, that means a string. Okay. And like that. So I don't know, let me see whatever there was in the second course, this videos. First program, discount calculation, loops. Okay, loops is there, introduction, while the multiplication tables. Okay, fine. So there is, I think, for loop is there, if loop is also there. Okay, good. Anyway, I'll not go to the week 2 classes because many of you have not gone. So yeah. So you can do like sum like a computer if you do. So if I do like 1 plus 1, it will show you the 2. Inside only in the console. If you do it here, it won't work. I mean, it will work, but it will just do 1 plus 1. If you run it, nothing will happen. So it will not show anything. If you say print 1 plus 1, then only it will show. Then it will show print 1 plus. It will happen only in the console. Okay. Yeah. So you can do any kind of operation like 1 by 6. So there are two kinds of operators. Two kinds, in another two types of variables, int and float. So int is this is one is a int, and anything in a decimal will be float, like 1.666 is float. Why this is called a float? So the computer science people may know that when this point is kind of a floating variable, this point. So point actually moves, and in the computer system how it is written. That's why it's called fold, not decimal fold in. And you should always now this the very subtle things that you should always remember. If you are doing a division with any number if you are doing, it will give you a float. So if I just make type say 3 by 1. 3 by 1 is 3. It should be an integer, but it is giving a float. So anything you divide, division always will give you a float. So in computer memory, 3 by 1 is 1. If I just write 3 by 1, it will give 3.0. So in computer memory, it's saved as 3.0, not 3. So it's always give you as a float. Okay. And these things become important when you are slicing an array or something like that based on after some division. So later you will understand that why it's very important to remember that whenever you divide any number with anything, though it can give you an integer as a division result, but the type of the result will be always float. Okay, not an integer. So though 3 is an integer and 1 is an integer, and by dividing them also gives you an integer 3, it will always give you a float. And yeah, so there are these different types of variables, like different types of variables, as I told, like string, float, integers. There are few other types of like there are also Boolean variables also, like true false is a Boolean variable. Like true is a like it's a blue. So if I say type true, should give bool. It's a bool. So it's a Boolean variable. So Boolean means it will be either 1 or 0. So value of true will be always be taken as 1 and value of false will be always taken as 0. Okay, if it is a bool. So if I just go bool of sorry, yeah, bool of 1, it will be true. If I go for bool of 0, it will be false. So you can convert by bool, you can convert the different variables to a Boolean variable, to a number, to a Boolean variable. Yeah. And so what all I can cover today? So I'm just covering very basic things today so that something. And yeah. So I have told you about operators. I have told you about different types of variables. And there are also different types of, I don't think the list is always there. So list, I think, has not yet talked, right? Look, sum of numbers, contain multiple tables. So I have to go through the videos also, that what you guys, what the videos, what the videos look like. And yeah, anything else? You guys tell me if you want anything else here. And yeah, so if you learn after sometimes, I don't know what will be taught here after this course, I have to go through. And so if you, when we are go over the basics, then I can introduce you to some of the basic like modules like NumPy, or yeah, and mostly NumPy only, because other modules you don't like, you won't be needing much. And if you're you want to know something very specific about like bioinformatics tools or some module, so please let me know by in my email or to this message in the chat, that if you want to know specifically any bioinformatics tools, if you want to learn about that, like alignments or those things. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, today's class will not extend much because it was a very basic class, and from next class we'll be doing some coding. I think we've also got some, yeah, we have some assignments also. From week 2 we'll have assignments also. So we'll go through the assignment. I think this is this year's assignments. We'll do the next year assignments, like previous year's assignments. I am not allowed to do you the previous year, but I will solve the this year's assignments also, but after the due date. So when the due date is over, so basically week 2 assignments, I will also solve the this year's also, but after the submission date. Like if I am submit, like if the submission date is I think 9th August, so next class will be on 8th. So 15th we'll solve the week 2 assignments also, so that you also learn. So we'll have enough time to solve both the assignments. So we'll next week we'll solve the previous year's week 1 assignments. Yeah, previous year's the week 1 assignments and this year's also week 1 assignments. Okay. Yeah, and let's see so how it goes. I just go to the 2 assignments of the previous years. Yeah. Oh, there are sorry, week 1 assignments of the previous year. So this will be the week previous year and week 1 assignment. Quiz week 1. Like quiz will be there, mostly week 1 also. Oh, this was week 1. Sorry, next week we'll solve the week 2 of the previous year and sorry, my bad. Week 2 of the previous year and week 1 of the this year's. So this is the week 1 assignment. The quiz will be there, right? So we'll also can go through this. Okay, once and then we can go as let's see how the class goes. And so if you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and ask at the any point of the during the course. I'll stop sharing now because we won't extend this too much. That is just for yes, but int is etc. stores. It's that means. As a different session, I have doubt whether all of them are the same content what you're telling us now, or they'll follow up all. See, whatever will be taught will be decided totally on whatever we tell. So whatever our instruction is to solve for the previous year's assignments, and we can't solve the this year's assignments within the within the submission time. Okay, so we'll do that, and if all of them will be same or not, that I cannot tell because every one of has like a degree of freedom that we can also choose our content. We don't have to always just say that whatever there is in the previous year, sorry, whatever there is was taught in the previous year, that previous whatever there was taught in the previous year will be kind of the go to the go-to thing, but it's need not to be like restricted to that. Okay, so I don't know whatever other people are also I won't know whatever other TAs are also teaching. Okay. Where would we get this application form? What application form? Okay, so YouTube channel link. You will get everything here. It's not till yet uploaded. If I go to this is this year's, yeah. Correct. So if you go here, one second. If you go here, download videos, text on books. No, there should be. There was one option. So 1 second. About the course. I just have to see long back. I don't know if it has changed or not for the last few months. Download videos, no MP4 videos, text transcripts, no. There was one option here. Latest version of Spider. You can download, I think, any Spider version. See the basics of the Python. So it should not. I think it should be Python. It should have Python. I think Python 3 or more. But here Sarah has not specified any version. I think I have not gone to the week 2 video. So if he has mentioned any specific version, so you can go. But things will not change much if you are using Python 3 or higher version. The things will be more or less same. So any version of Python 3.x will work. Okay. With Spider 3.x will work. Spider, the interface will change, won't change. Sorry, the Spider only the interface will change. The Spider version, whatever is they're using, will not change. I would like to know how about your journey, how a program become a NPTEL course teacher. Okay, I'll tell you a little. That's what I was telling you. I'll tell you a little bit. Sir, can you please provide us the sample paper of the exam? We want to have the access to any sample paper of the exam. We don't have any access to that. We are only TS. So PMRF TS are only for taking this live sessions, and so we don't have access to that. So journey is this nice, like how a programming NPT course from a biologist. So see, programming, as I told, anyone can learn. I just started learning at some point, and at some point I really liked it. And NPCL's course teacher from biologist. Okay, I learned the Python. Then I had gone previously. I have used I have taken also previously one more course of as a TA-ship. There might be first NPTEL TA-ship was not. I'm not a teacher. First of all, I'm just doing a TA-ship. So my first course was about Professor Madhavan Mukund from CMI's. From CMI's course, also a famous course. So I don't know. I just started doing programming, and then my PI gave me some project which I told him, sir, I have learned programming, so you can give me some project if requires programming. And that's how I brushed up my coding. I learned many new things, like many new commands and all, by just searching in the Stack Exchange. And yeah, and I can do some of the bioinformatics also, but I am still an experimental biologist because my project is mainly our lab works on experimental biology. So yeah, I have learned you have to just learn whenever you need anything, or just by. There is no journey. So yeah, like that. So experimental biologist, you have to just, you have to just start somewhere. I have just started with Python at ago when I didn't have much things to do at home. I just started it, and it somehow worked out. So only thing I would say that if you want to learn something, you will learn. And yeah, there are the one biggest like I would say good thing about this programming groups, or like this programming field, is that everything is open source, and people, if you ask someone some questions, even in the Stack Exchange or those places, people will give you reply within 1 hour. So if you have very basic questions, like very silly question also, they will someone or the other will either have already asked the same silly questions like 5 years back or 6 years back, or you can ask within 1 hour, will get someone will get to give you a reply that okay, yeah, this is how it should be done. That's how I have learned. Stack Exchange is one of the place I have like ways to go and search in the Google, and I will go to Stack Exchange and people will give some example. And to be honest, I don't know much about the computer science behind the programming, because I am not from a computer science background. So I don't know about much of the computer science, and how a compiler works, how a compiler works, how the actually the code, see, if for example, if I'm writing something like type, I don't know how the type exactly works at the uh, ground level, at the grassroots level. That I don't know, because that is not, that is not possible for me. So yeah, that's how I just started, and it's going. While the session are the later are blended. Later are blended. I couldn't understand your questions. So yeah, you can always learn, and I have known people, so many of my friends who have just came similarly, like from a BSc biology background, which have zero programming knowledge, they are now doing PhD in bioinformatics from my institute as well as many IITs and even abroad. So learning it's just like a curve, but yeah. Book, I don't think so. If you need to refer any book, you just go and follow the sessions. And I have never read any book about Python, to be honest. So whatever I have. So anyway, so for today's session, we can end it here, I think, because yeah, lecture notes and you can take notes. So these videos are all 24/7 available, right? So you can at any time you can take, and YouTube videos. These are recorded lectures. These lectures will also be recorded. From next class, we'll do some real codings and do some like solve some real life things like whatever we see in the different places. And where are these available? Yeah, these someone shared, I think, some video that how you should navigate in the interface. This I forgot that information accessing the code course content. No, there will be somewhere. I forgot that. This is not. So I will check because previously it. We'll have on. So this session will. So this session will every week. This session will go start from 7 p.m. and will go till 9 p.m. Okay. Kind of like 9 p.m. So every week it will be until Tuesday till for 12 weeks till when the course will go. So yeah. So every Tuesday, like next class will be on next Tuesday, that is 8th, like 15th, 22, 29. So every Tuesday it will go. And if there is any change in the schedule for one day, maybe I will also message in the group and also will get from a message from the PMRF coordinators. Sorry, not NPTEL coordinators. Yeah. Where was this? There was one page. I think they have not I think they have not given the course page yet. I think so. They have not given that thing yet. There used to be one options like progress. Okay, ask a question here. There was a forum also here. I should also join the forum. It's a discussion forum, no? Not here. New assignment. There was one. I don't know why it. There was one option here to see. I think that option has have not been enabled yet. So I think they will enable it within a few days. And I'll also ask the PMRF. Sorry, the NPTEL coordinators and those these things that people are saying that it's not available. And yeah. Okay. Okay. So we'll stop here and. For today. So from next day, this session was a very introductory session. Also, we had some we just had some chit chats and little bit of studies. So we'll continue from the next. We'll continue again with real coding from next week. So thank you everyone for joining. It's really fun to have lots of people to see lots of people are joining. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.